I always have 4 tables going at all times. And then when I have students come in for recess or indoor recess, we open up all of the tables in the media center. And we just have the standing rule that there's 4 kids at a table, and they can transition between each makerspace as they choose, but they have to leave the materials at that table. And they can only go if there's an opening at a different table. And the kids have been really, really good with it. I haven't lost anything. Nothing's been broken yet. So they're very responsible with it.
So what is indoor recess?
Indoors, teachers can sign up for either to come during their normal recess time, either once a week or once every 2 weeks. It just depends. And the kids come in and they have free choice of any of the maker spaces that they choose to do. So it's very unstructured, but structured at the same time. They can also check out books, return books. So they're always, it was a way that I could kind of get them up here more often, because with the way the curriculum is, it's so strict, sometimes it's hard to get, unless it's a whole class at a certain time, get them all up here. And the teachers absolutely love it because they can come up here and they're not outside sweating with their class. And they're seeing all of the really neat things that the kids are doing. So there's still a lot of learning going on, and there's still a lot of movement going on. So I'm going to be bringing out more of the computers and robots. I have the little Dash and Dot. I have the Ozbot. I have all these other things that I'm going to be pulling out once the process of what we have now in place, which we're kind of at that transition now where I'll start pulling all of that other stuff out for them to do as well. The collaboration is where they come in a group, and the collaboration space area is kind of it's in process, so it's constantly changing. So it depends on the need of the kids. Teachers will send students up that are working on a project together, so they can go to the collaboration station. I have all kinds of equipment there for them to use, to do research, to look things up, to work together on projects. They can work together on sways. I can pull out iPads or Kindles or laptops if they need those to use, so that they can work together on a project. A lot of the sways, which we're working with 4th and 5th grade to use with their students, 2 kids can be on there at the same time, or 3 kids or 4 kids, and they can all sit there and they can all like edit and work together on it. So it works really well. I have all kinds of different markers and crayons and scissors, and everything is available for them to use over there.
Boy, all kinds of fun things. This gal is really creative.
And that's true, especially because the elementary librarians have a little bit more leeway in the creative area, because they tend to be able to pull the teachers and the students in with the creativity. It's a little different in the middle and the high school, but the elementaries are allowed that creative, latitude.
I'm sure that you didn't tell her that she had to find matching cups that match the color of pencils.
Oh no.
But it came from her and how she wanted to express the atmosphere of where she is. So, we have all these things happening, and I'm wondering, how do we know if it's better? How do we know if it's working? How do we assess the success?
Well, with any of the schools, no matter what the level, kids are very stressed. They just are. There's so much happening in the classrooms. There's so much put upon them. They have to be able to read. They have to be able to study. They have to be successful in the classroom. They have all the testing that's happening in the classroom at the elementary level as well as the rest. So when they come to the media center, this is the time for them to be able to breathe, de-stress, and get creative at the same time. And their minds are engaged, and when they're engaged like this, there is no time for them to act out or do anything they shouldn't do, because they're so busy thinking about what they want to do. They're happy, and therefore they are focused.
So Danielle did share a little bit about how she knows that her process has improved. Let's hear what she has to say.
Coming from the classroom, coming from teaching 5th grade, this is how I kind of envisioned in the classroom. I always had different things going on, and the kids were always able to do a lot of hands-on activities, and I really like it. The kids love it. So I'm okay with a lot of movement. I actually like it. When it gets really quiet in here, it gets too quiet. Sometimes I'll play music just because it's so quiet and I need to have that going on. And the kids really like coming here. They want to come to the media center. So they're constantly asking their teachers, and they're trying to get their class to come up here. So we have a lot of fun.
So the proof is in the pudding, they say,
Yes.
when the kids want to come and they want to participate. But you have provided some professional guidance for media centers and how to assess the media program at their school. Talk a little bit about how you've shared your vision.
Well, at the beginning of the year, we gave them a rubric and told them, explain to everybody, along with a book study that we did last year, that these are some of the pieces that 21st century libraries now are going forward with. And it isn't just at this public school level, it's at the public library level, and it's at the college level. And because they assess, they're using the information that they have gained with all of this research and the training, and plus my visits, because I will go and say, okay, now, would you like to try this? Or what do you think about that? Or what are your thoughts? What would you like to do? And guide, because they'll say, well, I would like to do this, but I don't know how to go about it. And I'll say, well, let me give you some tips. And then they'll take that information and they'll run with it. And I always include their administrator, always, and their area superintendent, because everybody is a very important part of this process. Nobody can be left out, because it has to be a district-wide initiative.
Well, I want to thank Danielle Gabbert for allowing us to come into her space and show off her creativity and everything that she's doing for the students at Booker Creek Elementary, and really her leadership within her peer group with the LMTs.
Watch Digital Learning Monday and Friday at 6:30 and Saturday and Sunday at 12:30 on WPDS TV 14, Pinellas County Schools Television.